And good morning, good people. This is your PoolePRoof wisdom moment. Listen, I think it bears to be said, particularly after this past week, where after all the kinds of weird speculation about what's going on with the royal family, that we come to find out that indeed one of its members, in addition to one who was previously announced as having cancer, also is dealing with that struggle. Now, I can tell you, I've had a family member and many friends who have suffered from and passed away from cancer. It's as serious as it gets. And while it's easy to assume that because people are in the public eye, or because they're famous or have some type of renown, that they are not real people, let me just remind everybody that no matter who someone is or what they're going through, they are still living a life. They're still people like anyone else. And when they're going through it, we need to stop and think, this is not reality TV. It is not something that someone is getting paid for to put their lives on display, allegedly, so that we can be entertained by it. Real life is very often not that entertaining. It's filled with pitfalls and difficulties, loss, pain, sickness, suffering. And when people in real life are going through that, it's not going to be wrapped up at the end of the season. It's not something where there's going to be a reunion where they get to talk about what it was like going through that. No. More often than not, that individual and their families and their friends are going to be the ones who have to figure out how they're going to deal with whatever issue or tragedy or hardship that they're dealing with. And it is not, good people, a fair or even thoughtful thing to act as if we can poke fun at it, if it's somehow for our sport and entertainment and amusement. Because imagine if it were you. Would you want that to be how you're treated? How everything that you're going through is made into a joke or laughed at or ridiculed? It's a rhetorical question. You don't have to answer. But what we do know is that where we have the wherewithal and the understanding, and more than anything else, the compassion, we should extend that to every human being, no matter what. Because there is no joy to be found in any other human being suffering, no matter who they are, what they do, or what they belong to. What there is the ability that even if it's not someone we agree with or someone that we think asks for it, when they're going through real life issues, don't treat it as if you're watching an episode of your favorite reality TV program. Because let me tell you, the real life in reality, that issue is serious. It is not something for sport. It's not something for fun. And it's certainly not something that we should engage in supporting as a form of entertaining ourselves at the expense of other real people. So keep that in mind. Real life is not reality TV, and it must not, cannot be treated as such. So if you find yourself veering in that direction, I want to encourage you right here and right now, stop that. Don't do that. Don't do that to anyone else, and hopefully, I pray no one will do that to you. Because if we can stop and remember what it means to be human and feel human, that's the thing that we have in common. And none of us deserve to have our hardships, our difficulties, our pain, and our suffering treated like someone else's reality TV show. If you can remember that, you'll do a much better job at being a much better human being all the time. And that's your PoolePRoof wisdom moment for today. I encourage you to be kind, to be cautious, but at the same time, to be compassionate. And with that, I will see you here next time.